brethren in battle!
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remaster. Today on Citadel, it's going to be Snow, most people's favorite Protoss right now, versus Yabsab, who is a Zerg player and a top amateur according to RJB. He almost qualified for ASL, and he says that's basically the same thing as being a Kespa-era OSL qualified player. And this is a super unorthodox strategy. I'm not entirely sure how, but let's go ahead and find out together, shall we? So top right of Citadel, it's going to be our blue Zerg. It's Yabsab. Bottom right, our red Protoss, Snow. Now look, we love Snow. We know he didn't win the most recent ASL. We know he has not won an ASL. Just something about these premier events like ASL. I don't know if it's just nerves or what. But maybe one day Snow will break through and win an ASL. I feel like that is a great possibility. Anyhow, this is Citadel with weird little... This is high ground right here. This little strip. If you're on this side, you can't see over here. If you're on this side, you can't see over there. But there's no place to, like, put an army. Anyway, very, very weird. So, gateway opening here. Zealot pressure is the plan. He does not know where the Zerg player is, but Zealot pressure is the plan nevertheless. And it's going to be a hatch first here from Yabsab at about 12 supply. So I'm really interested to see which unconventional Zerg strategy Yabsab is going to use here on Snow today. The probe says, I have no idea. No idea where the Zerg player is. Let's see if we can scout the Protoss player without them seeing the Overlord. Nope. What the heck? Wow. Gateway vision. Is it all the way up here? Okay, fair enough. I did not realize how far gateway vision extended. Anyway, this drone says, get out of here, probe. I don't want you scouting my hatch first. And Mr. Bob the Zealot is on the way. There's Merchant, Falcon Paladin not store for Robert the Zealot here. Pool on the way, no extractor. He knows that he needs Zerglings more than he needs speed right now. Just to defend against this Zealot and his friend. And, oh, hang on a second. Are we going to make another Zealot? Yep. And his other friend. So, Zealot in your main base, and all you have is drones. That's a nightmare for most Zerg players. I'm going to have to go ahead and micro these drones. Nope. I was going to say so they don't die. Get out of here, Zealot. Nobody likes you. Zealot micro is good, and how? Okay, there we go. So there we go. There's the surround, and this Zealot perching on top of that high ground. Probe battling as well. Zap, 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 zap. 2 kills for the Zealot, and all right. So well defended here by Yabsab, playing under the name Jabgom. I have no idea. I have no idea what either of those names mean. So, expanding, forging, third basing if you're the Zerg player. Very nice. I like this opening here from Yabsab. Maybe one day he will qualify for an ASL, but yeah, right now I think he's ahead of Snow here. I know it's 19-9 workers, and I know he kind of overmade Lings a little bit, but he's got a third base coming up. So I think that should offset it. Man, slow Lings, huh? Slow Lings. Gonna take down this gateway. Wow. Oh my gosh. Getting inside. No! You had one job, Mr. Zealot. Alright. So we've got Lings inside the house, sniping down probes, but still 16 probes to 9 drones. The gateway did go down, and it does need to be rebuilt because we don't have a cybernetics core, and you want gateways anyway, even if you had a cyber core. Metabolic boost on the way here. We got 3 drones. Just trying to catch up. Just trying to catch up in the economic area here. So gateway, gateway, gateway. So 3 gates on the way. And yeah. So this is going to delay Corsairs quite a bit. I don't know why Snow doesn't have a cybernetics core yet. But I guess he would have thrown down a cybernetics core if this gateway wasn't dead, so well done, Slowlings. There we go. Cyber core thrown down immediately upon the completion of this gateway. All right, fair enough. We got a lair coming up at around 5 minutes and 30 seconds for Yabsab. I don't know. What's unconventional here, right? Is it like Sky Zerg? Are we going Guardian Devour against a Zerg player here on Citadel? It seems like a pretty decent map for it, I guess. Got this high ground to hide over. There's like high ground over here. I mean, there's a lot of high ground on this map. It's good for drops, too, for that reason. It's kind of like Nemesis in that way. Just these little isolated bases that drops are good on. It's not as easy to wall these things off as they are on Nemesis, but kind of the same concept, right? Right. So Lair coming in, no second gas being taken by our Zerg player. Really doesn't worry about gas as much as getting drones and getting some more Lings here. And yeah, the Zealots are hoofing it, man. These are unupgraded Zealots. No attack upgrades, no speed, no attack upgrade on the way. These Lings are like, what do we do? I mean, honestly, no Sunkens? Like, not one Sunken to be thrown up here. Yabsab believes in the power of Zerglings over static defense. Which, I guess it's kind of working for me here as the Spire comes up for the Zerg. A Stargate is on the way. 3 cannons. Yeah, just going to really try to cannon up here against potential Speedling run by. Because these guys have speed now, which makes them about 40% more dangerous. Oh, the 4th base at 6 minutes. Okay, so 4 bases here. Is this like a mass Ling strat or what? No, because there's a Spire, and look. Mass Lings shouldn't be a strategy anyway. It's like Mass Zealots shouldn't be a strategy that takes you into the mid or the late game. Mass Lings should not be something that takes you into the mid or the late game either. You gotta do something with them. You gotta make some Lurkers or some. You gotta make some Dragoon. You gotta make some Storm. You gotta make some Mutas. You know what I mean? You gotta do something with your gas. You can't just be straight up using minerals all the live long day. Oh my gosh, it's Sunken. And a Macro Hatch from Yabsab. Still has not taken a second gas today. He's going to Sunken Macro Hatch his 3rd base too. His 4th base doesn't need it because the Zealots can't get to the 4th base without accessing the 3rd base, as we all know. But Corsair production is happening here. Mutas, let's not say Mutas. Let's say Scourge. Okay. Pair of Scourge pop in. A Carapace upgrade says, are those just for Scourge? Is that an upgrade for someone who's going Mutalisks instead? Corsair out hunting. Hunt, 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 hunt. Looking for an Overlord. Here's one. Here's one who can snipe quite nicely if you want. Lings. Yeah, just really choosing not to engage here. And they're fast enough so they don't have to. It's like the Corsairs. They don't have to engage with anything. They're fast. Lings are fast. They don't have to engage anything unless they, okay, want to. It's Mutas. All right, cool. So it's Mutalisks against +1 Corsairs. Falcon's favorite strategy in the history of StarCraft. I mean, it's not that you can't win by doing this, but my goodness, it makes it hard. It always makes it difficult. So, this one spine is going to provide a ton of value against these unupgraded units here, right? Gateway units in particular. Just Zealots and Dragoons. They're working on +1 attack. Zealot legs are coming in. Zealot legs are a good upgrade to have. Templar Archives here, too. Mutas, I guess we're just going to straight up fight against these Dragoons. Sure. That Dragoon took some hits from Lings previously. And this Dragoon is trying to fly away. Lings, once again, not wanting to engage all that much with these Zealots, except that guy who had a Death Wish, I suppose. So, 4 basing here from the Zerg versus a 2 basing Snow, but Zerg chose to invest into some Mutalisks. Not that many, though, right? It's just a few. It's 5 Mutas. There's some Scourge support, and now, oh gosh, trying to get hits off. Scourge come in. Snow very wisely gets out of here. Very, very wisely gets out of there. Pulls back. He recognizes there's probably Scourge coming in. This is probably not just Mutalisks. This player has a general good sense to know what he's doing. 300 APM here from Yabsab. We're going to get Storm? We got to get Storm. Queen's Nest on the way. Yeah, this is just a dance, right? This is a very, very careful, dangerous dance on both sides. The Mutas trying to snipe down things like High Templar, trying to weaken up some of these Zealots, which, you know, some of them have been bruised up, right? But also you don't want to take a lot of hit from the Corsairs, and the Corsairs want to chase the Mutas away, but they can't do much about the Scourge. At least not until they get into bigger numbers and that +1 attack finishes, and then they can kind of just wipe out Scourge all they want. Yeah, there you go. Just poke, 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 poke. And Scourge. No, not dive bobbing those Scourge into death. I like that. This third base is interesting. Oh, did catch a couple Scourge there, but did get scouted too. An Archon here to deal with the Mutalisk. Scourge, get some connections. A little bit sloppy there from Snow. I always feel like it's sloppy if a Corsair's just kind of standing there and Scourge can wipe it out. It's like, all right, all right. It's a one thing if you're kind of full speed chasing something and then Scourge comes from an unexpected angle and wipe you out, but if you're just sitting there and Scourge wipe you out, what are you doing? This is really nice Sim City. Oh, every Zerg player is like, wow, let's go Yabsab. Look at this. Kind of basically hard-walling 3 Sunkens in there. There aren't any Lurkers, but that's okay. We're going to skip Lurkers. That's a little bit unorthodox, right? Also, look at all these Sunkens here, too. He says, I'm just going to hang on to these 4 bases, if you don't mind. You can have your 3rd base. I'll still be a base up on you. And I'll go into Hive Tech. And what? Okay, Hive's done. What are we going to do with Hive Tech? Immediate Adrenal at 11 minutes. I'm a big fan of Adrenal. Y'all know that. No upgrades on these Lings yet. They're working on a +1 attack. Once again, this is just, wow, this beautiful setup here is so hard to crack for the Protoss, even for Snow. I'd like to see him, I was going to say, throw up a Robo, maybe get some shuttles, drop behind that really solid static defense setup, try to get into this 4th base, get something done. Look at all these macro hatches, too. Is he going mass Ling? What on earth is this strategy here? See there? Oh my gosh, that Corsair control was so good. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. He's capable of this. This is really frustrating when he casually doesn't micro his Corsairs. Look, there's a million things here, right? As a Defiler Mound starts, along with an Ultralisk Cavern. There's a lot of things you're trying to pay attention to in a game of StarCraft, and you can't be on top of everything at all times, even if somebody as good as Snow. So I really shouldn't give him too much of a hard time here. I love the 0-0 Adrenalings and their bravery right now. Okay, they got +1 Carapace. They're not 0-0, but there's the Storm. Storm doesn't care about any upgrades, man. You could be 3-3 Zerglings with Adrenal, and Storm does not care. We'll wipe you out nevertheless. Consumes on the way. Ling, 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 ling. It's like mass Zergling with Defiler support. I mean, look. As a Ling enthusiast, I gotta say, I feel okay about this. Till Reavers start coming out. My gosh, that Archon has 12 kills. Not bad, sir. Really impressive stuff. But yeah, this is another RJB replay. Check them out. YouTube.com/@RJB_TV. You can hit the like on this video too and subscribe. Trying to get to 100,000 subs in 2024, and I hope games like this will convince you it's a good channel to sub to. Lings jumping on those High Templar. They get one of them. But my goodness. 7 kills on that High Templar. All with Storm, obviously, because there's nothing else High Templar can do. I love that Snow's keeping an eye on this 12 o'clock base and this 9 o'clock base as potential expansion locations for the Zerg. Because this 4th base by Snow is rolling. It's only minerals, yes. But at the same time, being on 4 bases, even if one of them's only minerals, is going to do very well against a Zerg on 4 bases. So there are some Ultralisks on the way. I can't just be mass Ling, obviously. If there's an Ultralisk Cavern, then why would you never make any Ultras, I guess would be the concern here. Plague getting researched. Okay, so fine. We're not doing anything so unorthodox. We're not getting Plague or Dark Swarm here. So every Zerg player's like, well, that's good. I'm glad the Zerg didn't skip these incredibly important upgrades and spells to deal with the Protoss past, you know, the 15-minute mark. Get an Amulets on the way, 7 Ultralisks. These Lings in a pretty bad position. Yeah, a lot of Lings have died here. Corsair Ball is hunting around. Is like, you don't really have any anti-air, do you? Like, none. Is there a Spore here? It's the Scourge. Oh my gosh, this group, they were clumped up like there was something defending them. That was a lie. Wow. Okay, well, we're just not going to have any anti-air other than a few Scourge, and no Spores, no Hydras. Wait for the Scourge to come on in numbers, keep us from getting supply blocked into next week. Oh, those Scourge not detonating there. I feel like they could have, but they didn't, and they both have the same exact move speed. But changing course can slow, like, just incrementally slow you down. You can get caught here. No, Ling's terrible. Really terrible stuff. All right, cool. So, Snow's doing great. This 12 o'clock base coming in from Yabsab. The 9 o'clock. Oh, and expanding bottom left, too. Sure. Let's quadruple expand and get a greater spire, Yabsab. Why not? Why not do these things? I'm fine with it. The Ultralisks are out. They're working on anabolic synthesis. Oh, there's some Ultras here, too. Storming the Ultralisks. Fighting hard inside this Dark Swarm. Very nicely done. Corsairs are like, so your Overlords don't have any defense at all, huh? All right, bye. DTs, man. How much better should DTs be in this game? Lego! Massive play, catching a lot of these Dragoons. Ultralisks pop it into this right side 3 o'clock base. The Dark Swarm keeping them safe from all of the cannon shots, except this guy who's not inside the Dark Swarm is not having the best possible time here. This Ultra gets utterly surrounded and executed by Zealots and Archons mostly. And this base is going to survive. Oh my gosh, the Overlord deaths here. So many Overlord deaths. Oh, this got canceled, yeah? DTs came over and canceled this 9 o'clock base for Yabsab. I really don't think this... Oh, no. We got another Dark Swarm in here. How do you sneak a Defiler? Oh my gosh, he's Dark Swarming like crazy here. Wow. Okay, so that Nexus does go down. DT's coming up to the 12 o'clock to shut this thing down, too. Lings respond. Lings respond. Lings respond. There we go. Okay, so yes. 2-1 Adrenalings against DT is going to do just fine, thanks. Reavers being pumped out 2 at a time here by Snow. We know how good that's going to be. We obviously know how that is going to be here. So, the quadruple expand turned into a triple expand, which, you know, still pretty good. Still kind of weird to do that much. Oh, Lings are not getting through that. Lings and Ultras in pitched battle. Dark Swarm shows up. Protoss retreats. These Lings... Yeah, no. Guys. Stop trying to do this with Lings. So there is a Greater Spire, but I'm not sure we're actually going to see any Guardians here, unless there are a couple Mutas floating around, which I missed. Yeah, Reaver shots, boy. Reaver shot plus Zealot hits. Oh, double Ultra death ball there. I mean, it's 2 units, but they're Ultras, so they're big. See, these Ultras are holding it so that these Lings can do stuff, but then there weren't enough of them to kill those cannons, tragically. And everything dies. So look, Snow's up. 160 to 146 supply. I don't know that anybody really should be worried about Snow in this game. It's got 4 bases, which is, I mean, 5 bases counting this one, which I don't like to do, I don't think. Subconsciously, I'm like, ugh, that's not a good base. Nobody likes that base. Arrgh. Alright. Ling Ultra against a handful of Zealots, fine, but Dragoon, Zealot, Archon, High Templar play, catching a big group of these units. Sick plague. These Zealots trying to run back home. This might be breakable, except there's a DT at the wall. There's an Overlord present. This 12 o'clock base getting fully assaulted. There's not a lot to defend this. Another plague goes down, but once again, now the tables have turned. Snow is having units kind of hold off the Zerg Swarm while the guys inside the base take it down slowly. Okay, quickly, actually. That hatch is dead. 12 o'clock dead. Any chance this tries to get broken by Yabsab, the 6 o'clock guy? Oh, the Guardians are here. Ah, there are 5 Guardians. So he did. He's like, well, I had some Mutalisks left over, and I decided, no, do not take Archon hits. Don't take Archon hits. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so 3 Guardians died there because they couldn't back up 3 inches to not be in range of that Archon. That's why I do not like Guardians, man. They're dumb. Takes way too much. Oh, serious hits. Shuttle dies, but the Reavers go down too. Take a lot of drones with him and a bunch of Zerglings. That is kind of what they're supposed to do. 145 to 138 supply. Yabsab is up. He's going Ultras. He's got the Guardian. Okay, Still has a Guardian. Maybe 2? I don't know. Where did those Corsairs go? I feel like the Corsairs should be helping with these Guardians, but I guess they got wiped out by Scourge, and that's what incentivized the production of the Guardians in the first place. That makes sense. I'm okay. I can roll with that. Yeah, man. Snow with shuttles is almost just unfair. Entirely unfair. In fact, this DT has been really having a pretty nice time down here because we're not building spores today, are we? We're not building spores. We're not really building any anti-air at all. I'd really like to see Snow move back into Corsairs. There are no Hydras. There are no Scourge flying around. I guess a pair of Scourge is on the way. I don't know. Yeah, these two Ultras, they are tough and they are hard to take down, but that's it. That's all she wrote for those guys. These guys, see what happened. Oh, I thought they were going to run away. They decided to engage anyway, and they are also extremely dead. So yeah, this is basically Ultra Ling with a little bit of Guardian support here. A lot of Defiler stuff too, but the problem with Ultra Ling is that these Reavers and the Archons and the Zealots are a great answer to it. Especially this 4 Reaver group of absolute death. Scourge not connecting on that shuttle. I guess one of the shuttles died. The other one did not, though. So yeah, Snow just being Snow. Just showing up with a couple Reavers, casually sniping a Sunken. Killing a bunch of Zerglings, falling back, letting the Archon tank some Ultra hits. And nice flank attack coming in from Lings and Ultras into this bottom left-hand corner to Dark Swarm and Plague. I mean, it's fun, but Reavers, especially Reavers, Zealot attack gets shut down, just do not care about your Dark Swarm in the slightest. Which is why making Reavers is a major step in the right direction here. Obviously. I think those Reavers are already... Yeah, they're dead. I was just going to say, you just replagued those Reavers. I don't think they needed it. Archon gets in here. 14 kills. Taking out Lings. Taking out drones. Man among men down here. And Ultralisk dies too. He got plagued by his own Defiler. Look at this Archon. Oh, he does get wiped out, but only one Ling remains to tell the tale. And then he gets consumed. Nobody remains to tell the tale. So yeah, man, Ling Ultra. This is like Larva-style TVZ. I guess this is a lot of Zerg-style TVZ. Ling Ultra with Defiler support. Maybe some Overlords too, obviously, here. But he's trying it against Snow. And, I mean, man after my own heart. I think Ling Ultra is a really fun composition to play. Obviously, they really complement each other well. The Ling's doing a ton of damage while the Ultras tank the damage. You know how this works. I'm not teaching anyone anything new here, but I mean, how many of you people have a lot to learn about StarCraft, right? A lot of you have been in the StarCraft world for 20 plus years. Yabsab taking another mineral base up here at the top. I feel like he could. A DT gets in here. And the Overlord not bothering. There you go. Coming into a decent position. Good heavens. Still 61 drones. Really not the end of the world. Nice Plague. Defiler wiggling away. And no. I had somebody make the decent point the other day in the comments that Zergs should put Defilers in their Overlords. Just like High Templar and Reavers go inside shuttles for Protoss. Like, oh my gosh, he got that shuttle. That's crazy. There were so many Archons there. I guess there are a lot of Scourge, though. One is probably going to get through. Zealots take down the attempt to expand up here at the top for our guy, Yabsab. Both players are maxed out. There's not much of a bank for either player, really. I mean, Snow has 1,400 minerals. It's not nothing. Also, this base is going to die. So that's not good. 7 more Ultralisks are on the way. Zealots heading up to this 12 o'clock position. They get found and chased. These guys get found and executed. So, I mean, I don't know. Yabsab's doing some work. Gotta say, nice, good Plague again. Like, there's nothing wrong with this man's Plagues or this man's macro. He is spending cash. Oh, gosh. Like an absolute madman. Dude, the shuttle micro to avoid the Scourge is so good. Zealots are like, we couldn't kill this hatch last time we were here. But by golly, maybe we'll get it this time. Double Plagued Reavers. Good snipe on that Nidus. Reinforcement's not coming, but that Ultralisk. Oh, the drone deaths. It's still 69 drones from Yabsab, though. 2 more drones and a Defiler die. Dude, this hatch is alive with 94 HP. The Zealots got chased away by reinforcing Ultralisks. This is crazy. I gotta see Yabsab expand down here, though. I feel like he kinda needs to do it. I mean, he's got a base advantage on Snow, which is definitely something, but Snow's cost efficiency, especially when he's got Reavers in late game PvZ, is really, really terrifying. For pretty much everyone watching. Even Protoss fans are like, I don't know if I like this at all. Nah, just kidding. They're cheering wildly. They don't care. They don't care about Zerg dying. Okay, seriously though, expanding here I think is an important thing to do. You've got the cash for it. Of course, the question is, do you have the army to handle what's coming your way? 3 Zealots get plagued. Again, a plague that gets anything is a good plague. I will argue catching an Archon's not a big deal. Storm drop. Oh, when you can catch the drones when they're evacing too. Oh my gosh, dude, you're a baller. Snow, you baller. 57 drones. He was at 70 a minute ago. Storm drops, man. Reaver drops, storm drops, all these stuff coming together. All of these things coming together for speed shuttle storm drop strats. I think this guy's going to sit here until the High Templar has enough energy for another storm, and then probably go into that top left base if I had to guess what's going on. Ultras. Is there enough? My gosh, that is so many Archons and Dragoons and Zealots, and everything's going poorly here for the Zerg player. No real surprise. That might be it. That engagement was so in favor of Snow. These Ultras are kind of stuck behind the Reavers, though. But there's not enough Zerg here to really make a difference. This is getting absolutely crushed in. Oh my gosh. Death. Death to all. Death to all Zerg. Ultimate late game composition deals with Mass Ultra Ling Defiler. That's for sure. I mean, there are some Scourge too. So, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'd agree with RJB that this is a super unconventional late game, but look, he's taking Snow to 27 minutes. Like, I'm not going to complain about this. And he made a ton of Ultras. The Zerg in me is very happy. Even if Yabsab loses this game, taking Snow to 28 minutes in a PvZ and making 47 Ultralisks it's enough to get you on my good list. Are Ultras good in late game PvZ? Not if there's Reavers. Not even close. What? What? Look, I like you, Yabsab. I do. But you're down like 20 supply. I'm not really interested in changing your strat here. Ooh, he's going Ventral Sacs, though. That might count for something. This High Templar has got have enough energy for a storm now. Like, without a doubt, has got to have enough for a storm now. Come on, give me a break. I mean, in fairness, Snow's mined out of every base but the 6 o'clock, and this is not far from being mined out. Here we go. Finally, he's High Templar, yeah, 136. Maybe he was saving enough energy for 2 storms before he went in there, but I don't know. Once, okay, well, got found. 322 upgrades here for the ground stuff for Snow. Fully upgraded Lings and Ultras. Thank you very much. Lings and Ultralisks. Zealots inside on top of those drones. 64 drones. Man, he keeps getting the drones back, but... Man, when's the last time we saw this many Ultralisks in a PvZ? I feel like Yeah, I feel like RJB is right, and the strategy has fallen out of style. But I feel like a lot of PvZs that I cast from the 2008-2012 era had Ultras in them. Okay, that hatch finally dies. All those Zealots are like, our dreams have been fulfilled. These Archons, though, I mean, 16 kills, 14 kills, 9 kills, 15 kills. I mean, this is banana pants. Beautiful. Retaking the hatch with a Protoss army sitting right on top of it. Whatever you gotta do, I guess. Snow expanding to this base that I don't think Yabsab even attempted to expand to. Oh my gosh. The Reavers, though. The Reavers, though. If you're here for Snow Shuttle Reaver Micro, oh, maybe that wasn't the greatest. Oh, it was alright. 11 HP left on that Reaver. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. Drone evac somehow does not lose a single drone during that drone evac. That's crazy. Send them down this way. You'll scout this base too, which is nice. This is not a huge army from Snow. He's under 100 supply. Oh my gosh, these Archons are doing so much work. 26 kills. 27 kills on that Archon. It's 3 Archons, a High Templar, and a Reaver, and a Dream. Reaver gets sniped out. The 3 Archon and a High Templar club are doing fantastic, though. Oh my gosh. 32 kills on an Archon. 32, 33. Lings are coming trying to shut down this base. No, says a single Archon and a Reaver. Man, do more Zerg players need to use Ling Ultra in their late game PvZs? If you can do this against Snow with it, then I don't know. What can't you do? Okay, just not gonna... I appreciate the effort. I really do. You got the Reaver. Who am I to complain? Who am I to complain? Dude, that Archon, though. 18 kills. Hot stuff. Where is 43 kill Archon? And he's got 72 shields. Not great. Could be better, but they'll come back. Look at these probes coming in here. Are they fighting? They're just running. They're just running from this one Ultralisk. Okay, Snow is kind of in a lot of trouble. What the heck is going on right now? Ah! Snow taps out. Yabsab gets the win. What in the name of all that is holy just happened? How did Yabsab do that? How? Oh my gosh, no. No. I was casting this game fully from the perspective of assuming that this was a Snow win and that Yabsab had a valiant effort that just fell short at the last couple of minutes. But no, Yabsab gets the win. I mean, he's got mining here. He's not really mining here. How do these drones stay alive? These Archons left them. I mean, Snow, I guess, took too long to get up to a 6th base. Wow. Wow. And little speechless over here. Just gonna say that. Yabsab takes down Snow in a 32-minute incredible macro PvZ. He lost this hatch. He lost this hatch. He lost this hatch. This base died once. Maybe while it was coming up. But still, this base never died, which is kind of a big deal. Yeah, I mean, look, Snow did the right thing. Storm and Reavers and Archons and Zealots against this Ling Ultra stuff. I mean, there weren't even that many plagues over the last couple minutes of the game here, so it's not like the Zealots were that wounded. It's more the Reavers, though, right? More the Reavers. And the Archons and whatnot. Oh. Okay. Wow. Yabsab, this dude. Making old strats relevant again, I guess. And taking out Snow? Question mark? Yeah, that's definitely Snow. That's definitely him. That Reaver micro was Snow. It's not like it's an imposter here, but dude, it was just macro. It was macro, 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 macro. A million macro hatches. Upgrades, fast, full upgrades. Defilers, walling off early to get up to the tech that he wanted, and then just kind of spamming it forever. Enough Scourge to deal with the shuttles as much as he could, right? Not like Mass Scourge or anything. He did wipe out the +1 Corsairs, which definitely counts for something. And yeah, from there, I mean, the resources lost here are going to be insane. The numbers lost. 339,000 points for Yabsab, 356 for Snow, but that's because of this. That's because 1,300 Zerg units were produced today to only 300 produced by Snow. But the kill-death ratio favors the Zerg. It favors the Zerg. Look at this. He outproduced. Snow got outproduced by this is almost a 4-to-1 ratio. And yeah, he did kill a ton of Zerg, but only by about a 3.5. Wait, whatever. 3.5 to 1 ratio. I mean, it really helps that Yabsab outspent Snow by a hefty amount of 21,000 resources in 32 minutes. I mean, that's going to get it done for sure. That's a lot of it. But look at this. You get this kill-death ratio as Snow, but then you get outproduced by this much. Absolutely bonkers, crazy, crazy stuff, man. Oh. Amazing. Like, really, really incredible stuff here from Yabsab. I need to see more of this in his EVP, I guess, because, wow. All right, well, thanks again, RJB, for the replay. That was a ton of fun. And guess what? That's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. And one heck of a weird game for sure. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.